Hello, and welcome to my predictions video for WWE Elimination Chamber 2023 that takes place tonight from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I am going to be predicting the 5 matches that are listed on Wikipedia for the event, so if that's wrong, then my bad, but it being quite a small card in terms of number of matches does make sense, as 2 of them are Elimination Chamber matches and they take a little while. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. And I think what I'm going to do, I normally either start at the top or at the bottom, because the main event is normally either listed at the top or the bottom, but for some reason it's slap bang in the middle. So I'm actually going to start with the one underneath it and work my way sort of down, but then round, as if it's cyclical, like you care what I'm doing. So we're going to start off with the mixed tag team match. The Grit couple, Edge and Beth Phoenix, versus the Judgment Day, which are represented by Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley, and will probably be accompanied to ringside, I should say, by Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. So I feel like this one's fairly cut and dry, as big a deal as Edge is, and he's just returned at the Royal Rumble and blah 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 blah. Rhea Ripley is the #1 contender for Charlotte Flair's SmackDown Women's Championship, so it makes sense to give her the win here. Beth isn't full time. I mean, Edge isn't properly full time, but Beth is semi-retired, so can take the loss to Rhea Ripley here. Doesn't affect Edge too badly. Finn Balor gets a big sort of win by association, but most importantly, Rhea Ripley builds some momentum going into WrestleMania. So yeah, I'm predicting Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley to pick up the win. Probably Rhea over Beth, if I'm being specific. Up next, I'm going to talk about Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Now, there's a lot of talk going around that this match might be more of a segment, might be a bit of a brawl, and they're going to stretch this thing out to WrestleMania. I think that's definitely a possibility. However, I don't like to do non-predictions. If they're going to do a non-match, that's fine. I will just take the hit. I would rather try to predict an actual winner. Now, speaking of rumblings of what's going around and what might happen, if that's not the case, there's also been rumblings of a Gunther Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania, which is looking more likely to be Gunther and Drew McIntyre and or Sheamus at this stage. However, it's still a possibility. So I'm going to lean Brock Lesnar for 2 reasons. One, he's Brock Lesnar, and who bets against that? I mean, there is a very strong chance that they give Lashley the win. If Lashley were a lot younger, I would be a lot more inclined to say this could be the moment to use Lesnar to really put someone over. But the fact is, they've probably got as much of a shelf life on Lashley as Lesnar, so it's not like they're creating a new star. He's a former WWE champion, etc., etc. So yeah, who bets against Brock? Only a fool, I would say. But the second reason is just in case they're wanting to build to Lesnar challenging Gunther for the IC title at WrestleMania. Then yeah, give Lesnar the win here. So I'm going to pick Brock Lesnar to win. Next, we're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber match for the United States Championship. Which is Austin Theory defending against Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and Montez Ford. Now, I think it's very possible Austin Theory retains here. Of the challengers, I think the most likely to win the title is probably Seth Rollins. They could surprise us with a Bronson Reed or even a Montez Ford win. I'd say that's like the likelihood. Theory and Rollins are most likely. Reed and Ford are probably second most likely, and then Priest, and then probably Johnny Gargano is the least likely, just because he's not really got off the ground since returning in a big way. So, yeah, I'm going to predict Theory to retain. I really like the idea that he might end up defending the US title against John Cena at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins and Logan Paul seems to be the thing being built to as well. But I'm not sure that needs the US title involved. I feel like they can just build that one as the celebrity appearance match. I don't think it needs a title involved. I don't think Theory Cena needs the title involved, but with Cena's history with the US title, it both being his first singles title in WWE and also the later open challenge that he did, there's some room for some fun with that Austin Theory's been talking about the champ is here and stuff like that as well. So I think it makes sense for the title to be involved in that feud if he's going to start stealing John Cena's gimmick. So yeah, I'm going to pick Austin Theory to retain his United States Championship. Next, the Elimination Chamber match for a WWE Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 39. We have Asuka, Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, and Carmella involved in that one. Natalya is obviously going to be the hometown hero. I mean, she's not in a hometown, but a home country hero, I guess. I should have mentioned that with Edge and arguably Brock Lesnar as well, as he's chosen to live in Canada, so I'm sure he'll get quite the reception. But yeah, Natalya's going to get the hometown pop, so probably some despicable heel is going to gain heat off eliminating Natalya. Carmella, Nikki Cross maybe, unless they decide to turn someone. As far as a winner's concerned, I think we have to go Asuka here, right? Asuka versus Bianca Belair is the money match here. The only other one I could see them doing is Raquel Rodriguez and have the, instead of the big strong boys match, they're having the big strong girls match. I could see them doing that. But surely the money match for Mania is Asuka and Bianca, right? Like, that's the one I would most like to see. I'm not sure about you guys. Speaking of, I'm not sure about you guys, do let me know your predictions and thoughts and wishes and whatnot in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. But yeah, I'm going to pick Asuka here. It's partially with my heart and partially with my head. I feel like it's a smart booking decision to put Asuka versus Bianca, but I also really want to see that. So yeah, I'm going to go with Asuka. And finally, the main event for the Uwu Championship, the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns defends against actual hometown hero Sami Zayn, who is sure to get an insane pop when he comes out. I think he didn't he just last night on SmackDown bring back his old music as well, so they're going to be singing along. It's going to be so loud, they're going to have to turn the music up. It's going to be a really fun atmosphere. I envy anyone who's going. Like, fair enough, that's going to be a great fun show. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to finish on a fun note. I do think Roman Reigns is going to retain here. I would love for them to pull the trigger on Sami here, but I really just don't think they're going to. And if they do, I will be surprised, very surprised. I will be pleasantly surprised, and I will be happy to be wrong. Very happy to be wrong, honestly, because that would be really fun. I think the moment, after 900 plus days of Roman Reigns, the moment is him losing the title at WrestleMania, right? Him losing it here in the Sami Zayn storyline will feel amazing. In the Roman Reigns storyline, might feel a little anticlimactic, it being done just at Elimination Chamber, which I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility, but I do think they want to do this at Mania. Now, whether they stick with the Cody plan or whether they somehow Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn in, make it a triple threat, as they've done a few times with Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, I don't know. They could still decide to pull the trigger on Sami Zayn. I doubt it. The only thing I could see is them somehow finding a way to split the titles and have, like, each man challenge for a different one at Mania, maybe something like that. But honestly, I feel like what's going to happen here is the Usos are going to show up. Jey Uso is going to choose to stay with the Bloodline and cost Zayn the match. And then we're going to build into Zayn and Owens versus the Usos. Because let's not forget, while Reigns has had the Uwu title, well, the Universal title for 900 plus days, and the Uwu title for pretty much a year now at this point, the Usos have been carrying at least one set of tag belts for nearly 600 days as well. So that could be a big WrestleMania moment as well if Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens take the titles from them there. And people want the tag titles to mean something. That would be a good way to do it, to transition the feud back to its origins, which is Zayn and Jey being at odds. Because that's sort of like the main thread through the Sami Zayn story, really. It's not really been about Sami and Roman, it's been about Sami and Jey. So I think that's a good way to end. So all that waffling leads me to stand by my original prediction that Roman Reigns is going to retain the title here, and there's going to be a near riot because people are not going to be pleased about that. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think predictions-wise, what you agree with and what you disagree with. To make it easier for you, I'm just going to quickly recap my predictions. So I'm predicting the Judgment Day to beat Edge and Beth Phoenix. Brock Lesnar to beat Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory to retain the US title in the Elimination Chamber, Asuka to win her Elimination Chamber, and Roman Reigns to retain the Uwu Championship against Sami Zayn. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new here. I will be doing a review of this show once it's, happened. So, stay tuned for that. And I upload lots of wrestling content, be it wrestling gaming, talking about wrestling, watching wrestling together, like watch-alongs, all sorts of stuff. So do drop a subscription if you like the sound of that. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Ebeza, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.